Hey, hi everybody, Retired Chef Pat here. For anybody that doesn't know me in that, my name is Pat. I'm a retired chef. I was in the food business for over 45 years. I used to manage restaurants and I used to cook in restaurants. And I also owned a couple of places of my own at one point too. I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing this since I was probably like about 16 years old. And I was just flipping hamburgers back then. But then over the years, I started working at other establishments and that. And I worked with a lot of great chefs out there and great cooks. And I learned so much about everything from management all the way down to just the basics of cooking and ordering and hiring and firing and all that good stuff that goes with it and paperwork. So I've done a lot of everything. I worked for corporate restaurants. I worked for private restaurants. And like I mentioned, I had a couple places of my own. I had a couple of sub shops back in the late 70s. I had Mistretta's Classic Subs. And then later on, a couple years later, I had the New York Deli Express. They were both my stores that I had opened myself, all by myself, from scratch. I wanted to see what it was like to open up my own stores. And it was fine. The only thing was that you don't, you just don't pull in enough money you think you would. I did okay for a while, and I decided at that point to just go back to work and work for somebody where I knew I had a guaranteed paycheck that way. And I did senior homes later on for probably like 30 years, senior homes. I did a full time home for over 20, and I did a couple of part time homes also. These were the senior independent homes. They weren't the nursing homes, they were senior independent. And I did those, like I said, all together, probably over 30 years or so. So I was in all kinds of food over the years in that. Uh, just a good time in that. I mean, I met so many great people over the years, and young and older and whatever, and it was just a great time. And I retired a few short years ago. I retired, and I just had enough. My body had enough in that, and I couldn't do it anymore like I used to. I was pretty quick in my day in that, and it just kind of slowed down. I knew I was slowing down because I was getting older in that. And I decided to retire. So shortly during the COVID period, I decided to take and retire in that, and that's what I did. And to finish my story, I got interested in TikTok. I wanted to see what it was all about, and I started the Retired Chef Pat on TikTok. So I've done that for just a few short years now on that. And I built up many followers over the years, the few years I've been here. I have over 7,100 followers now, and I'm pretty proud of that. I don't go live too often just because of the fact that, I don't know, I feel more comfortable when I do these here videos and that, and I do the food stuff I put up that you guys see and everything. I'm more comfortable in that. And so I stay more to that kind of stuff. But I do go live once in a blue moon and stuff, so just keep your eyes open in case you ever see me on. That's all. And if you ever have questions about anything in the food business or about a meal you're making or a party or whatever, feel free to drop me a message here on TikTok. I'd be more than happy to help you out if I can, and answer your questions for you. I did a lot, like I said, many things in the food. I did even a couple weddings and that. In fact, I did my own wedding. I cooked my own wedding and was in the wedding at the same time. Try and figure that one out. I had bought all the food through a home that I was working at the time, and I rented a hall. They had a kitchen in there and everything, and I put the whole thing together. My own wedding, I put it together. I cooked it. I bought all the stuff. I cooked it, put it all together. I hired a couple of the kids that I worked with in the kitchen, and I paid them to help serve the food up, and that was a buffet. And we had all kinds of stuff on the buffet and that. And it was a great time. So anyways, like I said, If anybody ever has any questions about food or whatever, feel free to let me know. Pass this stuff along. I love to get more followers, and I'm looking for new followers all the time. And I love all my existing followers. Keep sharing and all that good stuff that goes along with it. And that. Everybody stay cool. Be good to one another. And love thy neighbor, okay? So everybody take care, and I'll talk to everybody very soon. Thank you so much.